That's corner. A storytelling series where we hear founders, hear their lessons they have learned building products, hear their wins, and then projects that didn't work out also. And so with me,
I am Celestine Ejiofor. So I'm a builder, full stack engineer. I basically explore and build fun stuff. Recently I am working on something, a mini app where you can basically turn photos into arts, and we call it Snap.
what are some projects you have done in the past that didn't work out?
Well, I've actually done a lot of projects that didn't work out. First is I built sleep prediction markets agents on Telegram. We had like a lot of viewers, but we died like pretty much a month later. Also, I did this app itself where you could basically read fictional books on fashion stuff. So,
And what are the lessons you learned building this project, this app that didn't work out?
well, if it's one thing, is kind of like always be prepared for everything that may happen. If you are planning to launch a project, make sure you have a pipeline. What I actually mean by a pipeline is if you launch that project, users will come in. So users come in, users need to be onboarded. So you need to have like some onboarding, like modals. Onboarding system is meant to onboard them and then keep them there.
Shout to three builders that inspire you.
Sadami. That really helped me out like initially when I was coming to Onchain summer. DeFi DevRel. DeFi DevRel is like the go-to guy that you go to always if you have like any issues. The guy is always active 247. Yearly. Yearly is also one of the base builder I'm going to shout out. If I could mention more, I would also mention like some other
Episode on Builders Corner, a storytelling series where we hear founders, hear their lessons they have learned building products, hear their wins, and then projects that didn't work out also. And today with me I have Celestine Ejiofor, CEO of Snap. So Celestine, can you introduce yourself and tell us about what you do?
So I am Celestine Ejiofor. So I'm a builder, full stack engineer. I basically explore and build fun stuff with programming. That's also my ability. So yeah, I'm also like a base builder. So I build mini apps. I build web apps that's basically rich based for payment settlements and everything. Recently, I am working on something, a mini app where you can basically turn photos into arts, and we call it Snap. So yeah, that's it for me.
So I could imagine my photos into any kind of art, or is it limited?
Well, for now, we are creating the style, so the styles are kind of like select. So, for example, now we have this new style that we have called Minecraft, where people basically upload the image of a setting of some sort, or maybe image of their profile picture, and it basically generates like it basically turns that image into a setting, like a Minecraft setting. Imagine that person was in Minecraft, basically turn their faces into like Minecraft faces. It's actually pretty fun. If you haven't tried it out, so just yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. I would put a link when I'm releasing this video. People can try it out and try out the kind of art they could turn their photos into. So Celeste, I want to ask you, what were you before you became a builder in Web3?
I used to work for a design agency. We built apps for clients and customers. Let's say at one point I wanted to do something new, so I decided to leave my current job to go full time into Web3. The first ecosystem I came to was Solana. My first ecosystem was Solana. I loved Solana, but it really didn't resonate with me as much. When I came for the first Onchain summer, I met Dami, and Dami talked about Base, talked about like how Base is for everyone, how Base rewards everyone for their contributions, and basically like how everything is straightforward. I actually really liked it, and it resulted in me a lot, and a lot with my vision. So I kind of like, let's say, my vision in the film is basically like to bring the beyond users to.
What are some projects you have done in the past that didn't work out?
Well, I've actually done a lot of projects that didn't work out. First is I built sleep prediction markets agents on Telegram. We had like a lot of users, but we died like pretty much a month later. Also, I did this app itself where you could basically read fictional books of fashion style. Yeah, I did it, but it worked for a bit too. And we sustained, like we had like a lot of users, 2 years still coming back. But there wasn't really that much activity because basically the app I worked on, the fictional books app was kind of like where you read and you see authors. So there weren't really much people seeking authors in the way. So I felt like we had like a broken business model. So I actually decided to just abandon the app to figure something.
Wow. And what are the lessons you learned building this project, this app that didn't work out? What are the lessons you learned?
Well, if it's one thing, is kind of like always be prepared for everything that might happen. You might launch and let's say we get like let's say a lot of influx of users and the app will break. And we just break like 50 users, which is kind of crazy. But still, kind of like if you are planning to launch a project, make sure you have a pipeline. What I actually mean by pipeline is if you launch that project, users will come in. So users come in, users need to be onboarded. So we need to have like some onboarding, like modals or listen. An onboarding system in the app to basically introduce them to the app and to make it fun to use. So that onboarding system is meant to onboard them and then keep them there, not if they use the app, they will leave. Because if you don't have a good system and you launch, people will come in and they will actually leave.
That's interesting. That means you're saying it's good to have a roadmap before building product.
Yeah, it's good to have a roadmap, like, but it's also good to like have like this, like a way to onboard users and retain them. Because most mini apps right now, we just carry you, like, I start to enter the mini app, they'll dump people and leave you that place. Now I have to start figuring shit out from there. If you're not really that interested in doing the mini app, you just leave.
I want to ask you, why Snap and why Base? Why Snap and why Base?
Well, okay, so one thing I actually remember is if you are there doing the building phase, people are trying to generate building images and people are now begging, even paying money to people that have like full subscription, like pay a token because they don't subscribe to GPT. So they pay that token and they now generate images. They give like them images from their family members and all these things. They just generate images for them. So what I actually figured out from then is that 𝐒𝐿 isn't the only art style that exists. There exists like a lot of unique, very, very unique art styles that people haven't seen before. And for people to actually replicate it, they need this complex, like they need to have like knowledge of prompt engineering. They need to like basically know how to prompt and basically know how to like this thing. It's kind of like a lot of work for something that you want to do, you just want to test out and do for fun. So that was actually the thing. So what I decided to do was to build an app where I would create these prompts and create these art styles for everyone to use. So you don't need to worry about how to write a prompt to generate Minecraft style images or generate 16th century vibes images or something. Then all you just need to do is just come to our app, upload an image, pay a small token like around 20 to 30 cents, and then you generate your image. Basically can have fun in it. We also have like some new features coming up, like one of my most prized features. This is kind of like remix, where you can generate an image and share, and then other people can also remix your image too with different art styles. They also combine art styles too. So that's the thing. I just built the business. Yeah, it's coming really soon. You should see it in our next updates.
So what challenges have you faced so far building Snap?
Challenges I've faced building Snap right now is kind of like, initially when we wanted to build it, the model I wanted to use was the same model that ChatGPT uses in its system to generate images. It's called GPT Image 1. So I was supposed to get access to the model, but I found out that for you to use the model, I actually need to do KYC, which is not a good thing in a way. I need to like have a company and do KYC. which is not really ideal because I kind of build a mini app and just kind of try to be like the simplest product that everybody wants to use. So I wasn't really to like incorporate a company template. So that was good. So I actually had to start finding alternative models to basically generate images. But the thing now is that these alternative models, there are a lot of very bad ones. So I had to I had to scurry through maybe hundreds of models before I actually found maybe one or two that were actually really good that maybe are comparable to this GPT image one, or even better itself. So that was the models I use.
So your challenges have been finding the right model for Snap, if I get that correct.
Yeah. This one thing that is really low transaction fees is one thing. We are doing this micropayments, so only places we can actually launch is kind of like maybe Solana app or base. And I actually prefer the culture base. Our app suits the culture base the most. That's why we decided to launch from this as a mini app. So, and we are just a simple experience that users can access. So, and Farcaster Wallet also makes everything easy to basically for users to pay for stuff without having to do maybe buy a card and put something there, yes, or maybe like just other ways are just complicated, like mini app plus bills itself with the low transaction fees and everything. Just makes everything really simple and seamless. The support for bidder on this is crazy exception.
When you are stuck, what do you do when you are stuck?
When I'm stuck, like listing, building stuff, I actually just reach out to some of the local developers like DeFi developers. Basically, hop on the call and help me out. Or I go through the base docs, see if there's anything I'm missing, and then I just see if I can resolve them. And if all those things don't work, then I'll actually reach out to like the devs on this. They can probably hop on the call with me, or just look at my GitHub and just help me there.
Interesting. Okay, now so give out
Yes.
shout out to 3 communities that has inspired you or that has helped your journey building as.
Communities that I'll give shout out to is basically the initial building community. The initial building community, like we had like a lot of developers here that really helped. We also like have like a lot of issues. There's also the base West Africa community too. The base West Africa community has been put their base in my journey. Anytime I have issues, I just go there. If I have issues,
Then which other community again? Now this is beyond base. I mean as a builder, which other community?
which other community? The other community I'll mention like the Solana community, maybe the Superpower Devs community. They actually helped me out back then when I was writing Solana. Like someone will help me hop on the call and help me solve some of the issues. But back then, like there weren't a lot of people writing lots. You could basically count all of us on like 2 hands. So the thing is that like basically anybody that's available will just help you out because the shit is too much. They're just like supporting each other. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
interesting. Shout out to the base initial Enugu community, base West Africa community, and the Superpower developers community. Shout out to you guys for being part of the building block of Celestine's career as a founder. Then now shout out to 3 developers, 3 builders that inspire you. 3 builders. So I'll tag them when I'm posting this video.
If there's one person I'm going to mention, I'm always going to mention this person, no matter where you ask me, even if I'm outside the country or something. The person I'm going to mention is Sadami. That really helped me out like initially when I was coming for Onchain so much. Because at that point I was actually like really broke really. So basically Sadami onboarded me to base and I started basically having fun building stuff that basically I did about somehow in some way I was basically earning like this money from it. So that really helped me out. That helped me out to kickstart my journey and that helped me to bring this like the man I am here. I was going to give my thanks to Sadami Larry. And yeah, and that bit I'm also going to thank is DeFi DevRel. DeFi DevRel is like the go-to guy that you go to always if you have like any issues. The guy is always active 247. Even if you have issue by 5 o'clock in the night, he's just going to wake up and help you out, jump to the call, and then you debug that issue. Highest like you're not going to go out from that call so you finish fixing the issue. So that's the thing. So the guy is really passionate. He's even more passionate about me, like about this. And also Yele. Yele is also one of the base builder I'm going to shout out. If I could mention more, I would also mention like some other people, but yeah, Yele is also that person too. Yele really taught us a lot initially during the first like the after like the first Onchain sober. He really taught us a lot about like being a founder and kind of like the struggles. Also helped out, also gave out some rewards during them, which helped me out. So that's the thing. So big shout out to Yele wherever he is right now. I heard he came to Lagos one time. So I would really love to like meet him maybe like one day, basically everything.
Uh, very soon you would meet him.
Yeah.
Very soon. So we are coming to the end of this particular section. What is the worst advice you have ever been given, and what's the best advice you have received?
Worst advice? Worst advice is very interesting. Worst advice I've ever been given was actually to back then I actually started tech a little bit earlier than a lot of people. So back then like a lot of people told me to give up. You know, that I've done this thing for like multiple years and I've not seen any money from this before. So a lot of people actually advised me to give up, but like basically I knew what I was doing. I knew I was making mistakes. That's why I was not seeing anything. If I should get everything right, like that my journey needs to be really smooth. So that was actually the thing. So when I got everything right, that's why everything started moving. So my thesis was right. So that's good. I didn't hear me. Yeah. Also, the best advice I've been given actually is like let's say the like someone once told me like let's say like if I was to build something right now, that I actually build stuff fast. Like if I want to build something like I need to build stuff fast and build things and basically it as I move on. Because like you might think there's time and there's no time. And being is a very big advantage. So that's the thing. For example, now let's say let's look at a part of DeFi development journey right now before it goes to your place. Jesse once said that he needed like let's say maybe a platform where you see like all the accounts and also trade some DFP. So in like the next 1 to 2 days, DeFi Devel brought out like a platform where you can basically just build in the thing and see all the Zoya coins and actually see the charts and see how they're doing. Like basically like a trading terminal for Zoya coins. So from there, they actually turned it into a company called Zoaco, and right now they're doing pretty well. And mostly like a lot of things in the works for them, which I'm not going to talk about in this video. But yeah, like they're doing pretty well right now. That's one of the advantages of being fast. I can also say the same thing said for some other people's journey too, like Ejiofor. One time, Jesse said that he needed to like migrate tokens to different like this to different chains in like the optimism ecosystem. So in like the next few days, Ejiofor built Super Migrate, and right now it has done millions of dollars in volume, and also like kind of from there he builds this thing from he built base migrates first, which is the initial build, and then from there he now builds Super Migrate.
Sounds actually, what is next for you? What is next for you?
What's next? What's next for me? What I'm currently doing right now is I'm currently trying to build build out Snap. I think they have big potential. So I'm trying to build out Snap so we could hit top 10 mini apps on the mini app store and preferably #1 live them. And also like let's say just add more styles, put out more updates for our customers and our users, and just add more styles so they can basically enjoy the app and play the actions.
That's nice. I mean, I wish you all the best in building out Snap. I tried using it on Farcaster and it was dope. I saw the different type of arts you could select from to convert your picture into something dope. So yeah. Wish you all the best and really appreciate being on this podcast. I wish you all the best building out Snap and see you next time. So bye.